else, what is it that you can learn from his journey and his books? So, Prabhat, are you here? Okay. Okay, Prabhat. Hi,
Hi,
and
Shweta. Yeah.
okay, so hi, Prabhat, and welcome to Bestselling Authors Hub.
Yeah.
And congratulations
Thank
on
you so
publishing
much
your
for
book.
thank you so much for being my coach in this book journey. So I have already authored two books, and I am planning to write another book which is going to describe all these books in more philosophical way. So that is my aim. So the two books that I have already written, that's I'm going to give brief even before you told anything about me. I've been telling about books like
बोलिए बोलिए
poetry book. It's only
हाँ
poetry book, so people don't understand actually what its theme, what it's all about. They read it and they forget it, but it has got lots of things to say. So I am planning to write another book which is going to convey what this poetry books actually means to those people who are not interested in these philosophical ideas in poetic form.
So, Prabhat, tell us about yourself. Like, tell us about you, and then we'll talk about your book. So, what do you do?
Yeah, I am Prabhat, and I was working in bank till last year April, and after that I came out of my journey from this regular job, which I rather did not like because of time compulsion, discipline, and all those things. I want to come out of that, and I want to play on my own merit, on my own terms, and all. So I'm doing lots of things parallel. So one major thing that I am doing is related to training and coaching industry. My main two disciplines in which I am teaching and training people is one is artificial intelligence and data science training, so that people can get job in software job related to data science and artificial intelligence. I also did not try to get into any institution or even any colleges, because I am thinking of having my own setup for everything, and I'm working towards that. And second thing that I can do is personal finance. Means if somebody is thinks that his personal finance is something in which he has to take some decisions about his current financial situation, and that can be complex for different to different people, have different cases. And if somebody is playing in lakhs, then he can save a couple of lakhs by taking good advice. If somebody is playing crores, he can manage to save even crores of rupees by taking a good piece of advice. So it depends on different people who is walking in different dimensions. So a piece of advice can save a lakhs and a crore rupees.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, you're working in these two areas: coaching
Yeah,
and training industry, AI and data
yeah,
research, data analysis, and also personal wealth creation, right?
yeah, yeah.
Great, great, great. So, अभी बुक के बारे में तो books are nowhere related to this. तो books क्या है मतलब how you came up with the idea of writing your books? So अभी बता दो titles book के और फिर
The book
open
regarding
box.
I wrote my first book, Mary Marushal. Actually, I created my blog in 2007. 2007, I started my job in July 31st, and after May or June, I passed out from my college. After coming to my home, the same home in which I am here in Dhanbad. After coming to my home in Dhanbad, after my BTech in VIT, I was idle for around 2 months or around like that before I could join the job. So in that period, I tried to manage internet connection. Very difficult it was at that point of time in Dhanbad to get an internet connection, but I managed to get internet connection in my home. And once I got the internet connection, the first thing I did, I created a blog,
Okay, very nice.
marymarusala.blogspot.com, something like that. I created, and I started writing all the poetries that I had written so far. and started updating that, and I updated some 30-40 poems in that blog in during those 1 or 2 months. So that was the start of the collections through which I could say that I can publish a book for myself. But I never published that one. So the idea of publishing the book came 2010 probably, when I was already working and everything was pretty much good, nothing such. But I thought that I should share this poetry. I make a good collection out of this, some 50-60 poems that I have. I can make a good collection and I can publish this. So I published this book in 2010 with the name Meri Madhushala.
Great, very nice. And then the second book, how it happened?
And second book, initially also I was writing in English, and sometimes I started writing in English in class 9-10 itself. One of my primary poem was on Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin Tendulkar, now best all-rounder, he plays very well like the action of a whale. Like that I wrote a poem on him. So that way, even in class 9 and 10, I used to write poems in English. But English is not my favorite
preferred language.
Because mother tongue is Hindi, so I can use good kind of words in Hindi, but I cannot use such amazing words in English. So that's one problem with my English poetry. But still, I can write some good kind of poems in English also. But it's not me to decide whether it is a good or bad. It's people who will read and they can finally decide how good it is. So I leave it on to the people. But I need to advertise and I need to let people know that yes, I have written something. You have to read and then you can say how good I have written. I feel that I wrote in English later also a lot, and then I got a collection in English also. And when I got a good collection in English, then 2020 during Corona times somewhere, I thought the same way as I thought for the Meri Madhushala book earlier. I thought that I should publish English collection also, and then I published it. And in the English collection, I used those verses which was in Hindi on the lines of Madhushala. So Madhushala written by Harivansh Rai Bachchan. I have not taken the name of my guru, whom I say the most inspirational guru of all times.
Yeah.
So Harivansh Rai Bachchan, because
वो तो टाइटल से पता लग जाता है.
मेरे पोइट्री में जितना भी पोएम है, जितना भी है, जो भी मधुशाला का जितना भी ये रुबाइयां है, तो उसमें भी मैंने करीब 100 रुबाइयां लिख रखी हैं हिंदी में भी. और वो सारे जो है सो इन्फ्लुएंस है जो ओरिजिनल मधुशाला से है. तो जो ओरिजिनल मधुशाला पढ़े हैं और उन्होंने मेरा बुक पढ़ा है, उन्होंने बोला है कि सीधा उनका कॉपी कर दिया है मैंने.
ओह, नॉट गुड.
तो वो तो सीधे ऐसे ही बोलते हैं, उनका रिमार्क यही रहता है. बहुत सारे लोगों ने जो पूरा मधुशाला का पूरा रुवैया पढ़ा है, उन्होंने यही बोला कि मैंने ओरिजिनल मधुशाला कॉपी कर दिया है. ऐसे
आपने कॉपी तो नहीं किया होगा ना? आई एम श्योर यू
कॉपी नहीं किया, उनका थॉट्स कॉपी है, लाइन्स डिफरेंट है, कुछ मेरा पर्सनलाइजेशन है जो कि मेरे लाइफ से रिलेटेड है, एंड ऑल दैट इज देयर.
ग्रेट.
लेकिन सुनने से भाव जो मिलता है, लोगों को लगता है कि पीपल वांट टू फिगर इट आउट. जैसे उन्होंने लिखा है, मेरे शव के पीछे चलने वालों याद इसे रखना, राम नाम है सत्य न कहना, कहना सच्ची मधुशाला. मैंने उसमें लिख दिया, मैंने लिखा एक जगह, मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा है. राम नाम है सत्य बदल दो, कह दो सच्ची मधुशाला, ऐसे करके मैंने लिखा. मैंने करीब करीब थॉट प्रोसेस मैंने कभी कभी कॉपी कर ली है, लेकिन लाइंस अलग है, लेकिन करीब करीब भाव अलग है, और कुछ कुछ मेरे ऊपर डायरेक्टली आ जाता है.
Okay. And Nectars of Life is the English translation of your
English translation of many of the verses of Madhushala. करीब 8-10 वर्सेस है उसमें, जिसका इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेशन करके वर्स में ही कन्वर्ट किया है. ऐसा नहीं है कि जस्ट रॉ ट्रांसलेशन, मींस थॉट ट्रांसलेशन इन फ्रॉम वन वर्स इन हिंदी टू अनदर वर्स इन इंग्लिश, लाइक दैट करके मैंने नेक्टर्स ऑफ लाइफ में रखा है, और इसके अलावा बहुत सारे फिर अलग अलग पोएम्स.
Okay, that's great. So, what is the process that you followed? Now, these are poems. So, what is the process that you followed in writing these poems? Now, for translation से, क्योंकि वो writing वाला जो पहला book है वो तो आपने पहले ही आपकी college days में लिखी थी. So, for translation, what is the process that you follow for translating your poetry?
ट्रांसलेशन के लिए यही है, जैसे कि मैं अपना एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल देता हूँ. वेरी फर्स्ट वर्स ऑफ मेरी मधुशाला वो है, उसको मैं बोलता हूँ हिंदी में, प्रियतम मैं आगे बढ़ता हूँ मेरी लगाम शाकी वाला. प्रियतम मैं आगे बढ़ता हूँ मेरी लगाम शाकी वाला, रंजित हूं मैं मदिरा पीकर है जो कमान मेरी हाला, जीने का अभिलाषी हूं मैं मस्त मुहर्रम के अंचल में, स्वागत करती मित्रगणों का अनुपम मेरी मधुशाला. ये पूरा ट्रांसलेशन 100% ट्रांसलेशन तो पॉसिबल नहीं, लेकिन 50% भी अगर ट्रांसलेशन हो जाता है अगर इंग्लिश वर्स में
तो वो आपने कैसे किया? खुद ही ट्रांसलेट किया या यूज्ड एनी टूल?
खुद से किया. अब फ्रेंड्स एज आई मूव एंड टर्न अराउंड, प्रियतम मैं आगे बढ़ता हूँ, फ्रेंड्स एज आई मूव एंड टर्न अराउंड, लूज कंट्रोल मेक्स मी ऑफन साउंड, एज आई एम चीयर्ड विथ कॉफी एंड क्रीम, फ्रीडम ऑफ थॉट्स वोंट लेट मी स्क्रीम.
Great.
Forest at work, deadly thirst to win, drinking tears again, reviving my gin.
So you try to do word by word, लेकिन उसको फिर again sound, alliteration, वो poetry के जो concepts है वो लगा के आपने फिर उसको एक नया poetry किया.
मैं उसका एक summary अपने mind में रखता हूँ, वर्स का क्या summary है.
Right.
summary पर based कुछ नया लिखने की कोशिश करता हूँ इंग्लिश में.
Yes, I'm sure people who are writing poetry here will get inspired and will get help from this, the way you followed, right? For translating your Hindi to English version. Okay. So, have you watched or have you gone through the entire 30-day author challenge, or you're yet to join?
No, I have joined. I have gone through many videos and all, but I am on a plan to translate entire Meri Madhushala and or Nectars of Life to a philosophical book, which is going to give what, because Madhushala is already translated, so that also I will have to read before I will do that. I have not read the translation of Madhushala in English, but I will read that book also, and that will give me some idea, plus my own books, my own philosophy. And overall, I want to make a philosophical book, like Madhushala is often coined with the term like it's going to give curses on all the religions, like this is not fair, this is not fair, this is not fair. Neither Hindu is good, neither Christianity is good. He says, धर्म ग्रंथ सब जला चुकी है जिसके अंतर की ज्वाला, मंदिर मस्जिद गिरजे सबको तोड़ चुका जो मत वाला, पंडित मोमिन पादरियों के फंदों को जो काट चुका, स्वागत उसी का कर सकती है आज मेरी आंखों से. So Prabhat Bachchan has already said that he has got nothing to do with mandir, masjid, girja and anything. So it's totally against all the notions, all the things that we do in our day-to-day. Actually, things are like that. So why he said like that? So if Prabhat Bachchan said like this.
So let me just cut you there because we'll discuss the book later. लेकिन अभी तो फिलहाल tell us your author journey. Meaning, what did you apply from the 30-day author challenge in your journey of writing and getting published? What did you like about it?
Yeah, I liked about it. It's very much process oriented, and if I will stick to the process and I will dedicate 1 to 2 hours every day, within 30 days to 60 days, a book will come up for sure.
Okay. और anything in particular उसमें कुछ पसंद आया आपको?
Anything in particular?
Particular meaning this concept or this thing that has been really helpful to you.
Yeah, regarding word count, how I can accelerate on writing more words in less time, and how I can precisely adapt to the environment so that I can concentrate better and write faster.
Okay. So you liked how to write faster, better, smarter, that part.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So why someone should read your book?
Someone will read my book because it is giving a fundamental reason to be happy. So people become sad if they lose some money. But if they lose some money, they should be serious about that. That need not be they should be unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
Should be serious in the sense that in the future they will not going to commit those mistakes which led them to lose those money or led them to lose those things which they already lost for some reason. But they have way to acquire things in future, so they should be happy about that, and they should think this from the learning perspective that whatever things they have lost, whatever things they have, they're doing in something different also which others are not doing. So even if they are learning something, and they should appreciate the learning, and they should be happy about that, and uh, whatever things that they will target in their life. Like one more sentence from Harivansh Rai Bachchan's Madhushala is there. राह पकड़ तू एक चला चल पा जाएगा मंसूर, अलग अलग बत बतलाते सब पर मैं यह बतलाता हूँ, राह पकड़ तू एक चला चल पा जाएगा. So it's all about, if you are particular about one thing that you want to achieve in life and you focus all your energies towards that, then you will simultaneously get other things also, but that particular thing you will definitely get. So when
So in one line, if you have to tell why someone should read your book, what is that line?
Someone should read my book because he has to shift from being materialistic to being happy. So
Okay.
being materialistic is not being happy all the time, because you will earn any amount of money in your life, but you cannot be happy. If you are able to be happy with what you have and what you want in your life, actually basically what you want, not exactly money is ready to fulfill your hundreds of dreams, but still there are 100 other dreams which money cannot fulfill.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
focus on the combination of both of these things, and then see where you lie, and when you can optimize your happiness. Your happiness, optimization of the happiness is the goal of Madhushala. It's not maximizing money or maximizing those things which is not being purchased from the money.
Okay.
You have to optimize the two things together.
Thank you.
Optimize happiness. That is the goal of Madhushala.
Okay, so if you have to give one tip to authors here in writing and publishing, what will that be? Your one tip, single tip.
One tip for authors and writers to get published: be consistent. And I'm doing my PhD also, kind of PhD, not PhD. It's Doctorate of Business Administration. So in that also, I am lagging in even in that area right now. So consistency is very important thing. Even if you give only 1 hour of your efforts every day, by the time if I would have given, I would have completed 2-3 more papers. But right now I am lagging after my last submission, and I'm not doing anything. So I'm not consistent there. So being consistent is very important. Even as an author, if you are writing a book and if you give half hour to 1 hour time to jot down your thoughts and keep it in your bucket every day, then later on you can assemble and you can complete it in a very short span of time, and you can publish your book.
Okay, thank you. So people, be consistent in the right direction with the right depth of knowledge will get you results. Thank you, Prabhat. And here's the link to Nectars of Life. You can grab a copy of this book by Prabhat. Thank you, Prabhat, for coming here, for sparing time and sharing your knowledge with everyone. I wish you all the success. May
Thank you
you
so much,
write
Sarah.
much more, and may you sell a lot of copies of your book. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, people, thank you for coming to the session. We meet again.